I think I'm live. Hello. Yes, I've done it. I've gone live. I'm just going to turn that up a little bit so you got a bit more volume. Good evening. You're not going to believe what I've done. I've only gone and moved the camera. So this is a whole new, different perspective. You can see my desk. You can see the glass doors. You can see me. Right, good. I'm ready. So we'll just... There it is. I think that's 5:30 on the nose. And I'm also able to just bring you... Look at this. Look, watch this. Whoa! I can bring you around to the piano. Like that. So a very warm welcome to the Great British Home Chorus. Session 89... No, 40 something. We're in the 40s and we're in week 12... And it is a Wednesday, and it is 5:30. It's very good to see everyone. Thank you so much. So many messages over the last 24 hours, 48 hours of support for what I said the other day, and lots of people reflecting on it and being part of what I think is an international movement and outpouring of feeling. And that is going to... stand us in good stead for singing this song. No guest today. We had some technical issues. I am very much hoping that tomorrow morning, I'm hoping to meet to bring in the guest. We're going to record it tomorrow morning, and should be able to bring that to you tomorrow night. That's going to be Ken Burton, the well-known, excellent choral director. He's a proper grown-up choral director, unlike me, just sort of playing at it. He's really, really impressive guy. He does all the music for songs of praise. He also does lots of music for the Gospel Choir of the Year for BBC, and he's a wonderful man, and I worked with him a few years ago on a series, and he's great. Ken Burton, he'll be here tomorrow. So apologies if you're tuning in expecting someone Bono from U2. No, it's just me. So we will do a warm-up. We will do that. I'm pointing at my screen. You can't see it, of course. We will carry on with We Shall Overcome. If you do not have the music for We Shall Overcome, click in the link. So if you're watching this on a TV, I suppose that's more complicated. I actually don't know how to do that, but you basically need to get on your iPad or your computer or something and go to the link. And in the information, the first thing is sheet music. There's a link. Click on that and it will take you directly to the sheet music for this. So hopefully you've all managed to find that. We've also put it on the Facebook. I like to call it the Facebook support group, but that sort of makes it sound like you're all kind of casualties of the Great British Home Chorus rather than recipients or participants in. So we will crack on. Let's do some breathing and some warming up and getting ready and just shaking off the stresses of the day and the stresses of lockdown. Let's give our hands a little shake, shoulders. You need a bit of this, head side to side. Do it standing up if you will. I think it always is a good idea. There we are. Oh, yes. Very good. Let's make that face big. Small, wide, long, big. Small, wide, long. Let's shake out the jaw. Dig the road. That kind of thing. Let's do a little bit of breathing. Let's feel the hips. Make sure the hips are nice and evenly. If you're sat up straight, not slouching to one side or the other. If you're stood, you want to not be like that or like that. Just have a little think about your hips. I'm doing little circles. Yep, there we go. Nice even hips. Really good. Very pleased with that. And let's feel above there into the oblique muscles and give it a little cough. Let's now stretch those vocal folds. So and just taking care not to allow any extra movement, extraneous movement, creep in. I'm going to move you round a little bit. There we go. See the edge of my piano there. and bring you over here. So let's try that one more time. I'm staying with that. We're going to go. Really making this one sound. Really sliding it around so that it's just one flow of air, not none of that, but really thinking about being smooth. Ready? And where am I? Oh, it's been a long day. One more. And let's do yeah. Trying to make that jaw really, really loose. You can do that if you like, but just making sure that this jaw isn't or not and not driving from here, but You can try moving the jaw from side to side to kind of really not let that be involved in the sound you're making, or Now listen, I'm just looking at the comments here. I can see some very important questions. People are saying, where are the pink lights? Where are the pink lights? Indeed, don't worry, the pink lights are... Oh. Well, that's ruined everything. The pink lights are... Hey! That's the pink light. Is that too much pink? I say let's go with that. There we are. A little bit of pink. It's sort of red, isn't it? But anyway, we'll go with that. So we're going to do... let's do Bella Mama. I haven't done that for a while. So we're going to go Bella Mama, yeah. Bella Mama, yeah. Bella Mama, Bella Mama, Bella Mama, Bella Mama, Bella Mama, Bella Mama, yeah. Again. Bella Mama, yeah. Bella Mama, yeah. Bella Mama, Bella Mama, Bella Mama, Bella Mama, Bella Mama, Bella Mama, yeah. And remember, with this one, you've got a choice about where you come in relation to me. So you might go Bella Mama, or you might wait a bit longer. I might go Bella Mama, then you go Bella Mama, yeah. Or you might wait a whole round. Bella Mama, yeah. Then you come in here. Bella Mama, yeah. It's like up to you. It's entirely up to you. So you come in early or late, or just experiment. Or maybe make up some harmonies. Ready, 2, 3, and Bella Mama, yeah. Bella Mama, yeah. Bella Mama, Bella Mama, Bella Mama, Bella Mama, Bella Mama, Bella Mama, yeah. Bella Mama, yeah. Let's risk a bit more voice. Bella Mama, yeah. Bella Mama, Bella Mama, Bella Mama, Bella Mama, Bella Mama, Bella Mama, yeah. Very good. As I was singing there, I was really appreciating how lucky I am to have the piano out here. And then I remembered the amazing guy who... 4 guys it took to carry this out. One guy lifted the whole thing. It was quite a spectacle. Down the garden in the middle of winter, about 2 days before Christmas, through the mud. I have never been more nervous in my whole life. But here it is, and I'm very grateful for it. So, We've done that. We could do. Well, now's the time. Yes, we've probably got time for one more warm up, haven't we? We are going to do. Should we do? You haven't done for ages. Is oh, the grand old Duke of York. He had 10,000 men. He marched them up to the top of the hill, and he marched them down again. And when they were up, they were up. And when they were down, they were down. And when they were only halfway up, they were neither up nor down. No ups. There, oh, the grand old Duke of York, he had 10,000 men. He marched them up top of the hill, and he marched them down again. Oh no, and when they were, they were. And when they were down, they were down. And when they were only halfway, they were neither nor down. No downs, but you can say up. Oh, the grand old Duke of York, he had 10,000 men. He marched them down to the top of the hill. Marched them to the top of the hill, and he marched them again. And when they were that. And when they were down, they were, oh dear. When they were only halfway, they were neither nor. Well, that's excellent. I think you can. If you needed proof that I am tired and I've been working it too hard, there it is. I can't even do my own warm-ups. Let's crack on, shall we? Let's go on to We Shall Overcome. So, for those who missed Monday's session, I would encourage you to go back and have a little look at it. And I explained fully why I did this song. And I'm not going to reiterate that. So if you want to know why we're doing this song, I did a long speech, just the first 5 minute Monday's session. I did see a couple of people saying, "What's the song?" It's "We Shall Overcome," a traditional adapted by Pete Seeger during the 60s, but we're going to do my version of it. Now, you can get the sheet music. I promise you it's there. I don't know that they've been emailing it out because I think it ends up being sending 110,000 emails. It's a lot easier if you can click on the link. I'm not entirely sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I'm going to assume that you have got it. We did the whole of the first page. We're going to come to the second page, maybe not today. It's very, very similar. There's just a sort of a repeat. And there's a lovely little soprano line that you could learn if you are a soprano and you want to extend your range and sing nice and high. So I'm not going to use the computer for now. I'm just going to do this at the piano. So let's take it apart. Let's rip it to pieces. We will start, I think, today with the altos. Start with the altos. We shall overcome. 1, 2, 3, 4. We shall overcome someday. Off. Okay, that's the whole of the first line. Let's do that again. You've got to count. You've got to count a 4-bar rest. You've got to count 6 whole beats for day. That's the counting job that you need to do, alto. So 2, 3, and we shall overcome. 1, 2, 3, 4. We shall overcome someday. 5, 6, off. Sopranos. We'll just do that whole first section. Sopranos now. I don't know if I've got it in me today to sing it. I'm going to try. 2, 3, 4, we shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. And this little twiddle here, I think is essential. And it's 1, 2, 3, T, da, and that's. That's the little rhythm there. So let's do altos and sopranos together. 1, 2, 3, and sopranos. And you all end up on the same note, a G. Right, tenors. We shall overcome I've put the rhythm there for those pedants amongst you of come along with, because you are essentially part of that unit. So even though you're singing all a C, I could have just put a semi-brief, one note. But what I think you ought to do is come, come, and have a feeling of what the other parts are doing. That's why I put that rhythm there, but it's not entirely necessary. It's all on one note, and then we go up to we shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. So forgive me, I'm going to falsetto this for now. A little tired. So let's try that again. Here's your C, 2, 3 tenors. We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. I missed there. So good, that's tenors for the first bit. And basses. Well, now you start on this note. 2, 3, and we shall overcome. Oh, we shall overcome someday. Off and. So you are at half the speed of the tenors, altos, and sopranos for the first 4 bars. Let's do that again. 2, 3, and we shall overcome. Oh, we shall overcome someday. Good. So those are all 4 parts for that first bit. Now, what's important here, I think, are the vowels, and that we're filling up each beat with enough vowel to really blend. Day is a fine example. The word day is a diphthong. We've talked about the diphthongs before. De, a. And we turn the E just before we come off the note. So it becomes day. Just like that. It's like a little turn of the tongue just to deliver the a. If you look very closely at my tongue, I hope this doesn't freak people out, but you'll see that just try putting the tip of your tongue on your front teeth and keep so that it's still the bottom teeth. Trying to get resonance on both. And what you should be able to do is do a very minimal movement of the tongue just to go between the two. And we want to remove any tension of day, yeah, and any of that, and just get day. Sorry, I've got a little bit of pasta in my throat, quite clearly, from dinner. So let's try that, and thinking really about those vowels. Come, we shall overcome. It's R, isn't it? Overcome. Calm. Almost like an R. A car. I think R is a difficult one because it can end up sounding like a bit too dark. We shall overcome. Not calm. Not too strong, I think. Anyway, that's my thought. Well, 1, 2, 3, and. Sure you spotted the deliberate mistake. Good. Okay, so we'll go over that. Here's soprano, alto, tenor, bass. 1, 2, 3, and. Good, okay. We will now try that with the track. Which I can do. bring you over to my computer. I mean, why don't I just give you a little guided tour since we've been together all these weeks. Welcome into my zone. I just want to give you a slightly different perspective on things this week. So here I've got the sessions, and I'm going to play this. And here it comes. So I think you've got those notes. Let's hope. Soprano, alto, tenor, bass. From the beginning. We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. And there we are. Right, now we're going to move on, but we're going to do that with the computer sound, so you can hear me singing. Let's go on to Deep in My Heart. So this is alto line, again, starting with the altos, for Deep in My Heart. Let me just give you those parts. Here it comes, so this moment. Deep in my heart, I do believe that we shall overcome someday. My apologies. It sounds like the Beach Boys had too many cigarettes. There we are. I'm going to play that again. That same bit, although, you know, my computer wants to play what it wants. Deep in my heart, I do believe that we shall overcome someday. Poor fellow, very froggy there, one of those Gareths. Good, okay, hopefully you've got that. So starting on the note, 2 notes below where we've ended up, we've just gone, overcome someday, and then we go deep in my heart and work back up to that same note. People have been very nice. Don't knock your own voice. Thank you very much. Right, thank you for building me up. Okay, so that's that. Let's put the tenors. I'm going to add the tenors in to that sound and see if you can just hear that part. Here we go. Same place. Deep in my heart, I do believe that we shall overcome someday. Would help if I was looking at the music. Yeah, so that's you come in later. Remember, you have to count out those 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. Deep in my heart, I do believe that we shall overcome someday. So I suppose the confusing thing for you there, tenors, is it's very tempting to linger on the word heart, but you have to move off the word heart because you've spent your rest time a bar earlier. So let's have a little go at that. Deep, or 1, 2, 3, 4. Deep in my heart, I do believe that we shall overcome someday. Very good. So let's try those 2 parts again together. So altos, you're on deep, and then shortly after tenors, you come in on deep, and it's a 1, 2, 3, 4. Deep in my heart, I do believe that we shall overcome someday. There we go. It sounds all right, isn't it? I've not done it for a record. I did it fairly quickly, but it gives you the idea. Right, let's put the old sopranos on the top of that, shall we? The cherries on top of our cake. I think the easy thing for sopranos is you're the tune here. For once, finally sopranos after all that time. So your tune here is. So you've got a funky rhythm as well, just like the tenors have on Do Believe. You've got someday, ba 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 ba. Ti-ta, ti-ti. Off. That's how that goes. Let's have another listen with the others. Excuse Gareth. Got that, hopefully. Let's do that one more time, just to be sure. So, soprano, alto, tenor. 1, 2, 3. Deep in my heart, I do believe that we shall overcome someday. Okay, good. Just a quick thought on heart into I, and this applies for basses as well. So we're coming up to basses. Heart, I do believe. I would stick the t of heart onto the t. Sorry, onto the I of I. So it becomes deep in my heart, I do believe. So that we get one long line, because I think we're en masse, when we come together finally and we sing this in, I don't know, wherever whatever the Wembley Town Hall, whatever it might be, we will want a big long sound. And if you interrupt it by going, deep in my heart, it seems a shame. So we're going to not breathe during that whole phrase. Deep in my heart, I do believe that we shall overcome someday. Best place to breathe. In the bathroom? I don't know, wherever you are. I think if you can get through that phrase, it'd be great. It's definitely one that we can stagger. I think people could take sneaky weaky breaths. Sneaky weaky is not a technical term. The other place that we can do the same trick, which is eliding the words together, I think is what it was called in poetry, isn't it? Where you just smooch them all together. Smooch is not a technical term. It is on leave that the. So we put the v and the v of that together. So we get the. And I very often, when I'm conducting, I'll just write this. I don't know if you can see that, but what I've written there is the in my slightly scrawly handwriting. The with a little apostrophe just to show that they're separated, because it's that should be a sound object, if that makes sense. It should be one thing. So we get lia, but with the in the middle. I do believe is what we're listening for, and we're listening for that. I do believe, which gives us the legato smooth line that we're looking for. But leave that, and we don't want to linger on that. Leave that, none of that, no. Leave that, yeah, leave that to the Wurzels. I think they do that, don't they? I'm going to steer well out of that debate. Okay, so we're going to go from the beginning. Oh, no, we're not. We're going to do the bass part and then we're going to finish. So, this part. Deep in my heart, I do believe that we shall overcome someday. See, it is possible. One more time. In one breath. 2, 3, and deep in my heart, I do believe that we shall overcome someday. From the top, everyone, here are your notes. Soprano, alto, tenor, bass. No, from the top. Honestly, this computer. We shall overcome. Could have given you a bit more notice there, couldn't I? 1, 2, 3, 4. We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. Once you've got that, you've got the whole first three verses. So I think we're doing well there. Leave that twee, of course, twee as well there, and ka musa ka someday. Right, a couple of questions, and then we're going to finish. Please tell us where to breathe in this. Well, I think we've done that. So stagger the breathing. So you can breathe between phrases, but I would like you to try and elide the two together. Any advice on how to stay in pitch when singing in a cappella? I think a cappella singing is very much about having your own internal sense of exactly what the harmonies should sound like. So that is about familiarity. It's about listening to it. It's about knowing how your part fits into the whole. So if you are struggling with pitch and tone, try learning the other parts. You may not be able to sing all the notes of them, but you can probably sing some of them. Learn the bass part, learn the alto part, learn the tenor part if you're a soprano. And you'll start to get a sense of where you fit in. Just take a small section and practice like that. And I think that will really, really help. It will help with tuning. It will help get your ear in. All of this is just practice. I mean, that is simply, it's just familiarity and thinking about it and having somebody like me saying, no, that's not good enough. Now, it must be said, the announcement is coming tomorrow. I've said that so many times. I don't even believe it myself. I'm saying the words. I just don't believe it. But apparently, the powers that be, they're not really in my ear, say that the announcement is coming. And it's a real corker. It's really good. We've got good things to tell you tomorrow. So that will be tomorrow. Ken Burton will be with me. And what's the other thing that I need to say? I've heard the first bit of I'm Still Standing. Max, who's been beavering away at putting it all together over in Germany, has done a fantastic job, and it is sounding cool. It's going to be really good. It's all the voices are being done and edited, and poor man is getting through a lot of coffee getting all of that together. Am I sure? No, I mean, I'm just not. So, can I encourage you to check out social media? I think everyone now knows that the hashtag Black Lives Matters is a good place to start if you are looking for information. Clara Amfro from Radio 1 did a very brave talk yesterday. Really nice lady. I've met her once, and I was very impressed with her, and I think she's somebody to follow if you're looking for information. There's a lot of it about, and I will be putting more links and places, suggestions and places. My Instagram story and my Facebook story are very good places to start. Well done, everyone. Let's be happy. Let's be positive. Terrible things going on in the world. Appalling things going on in America. If you are watching this in America, I'm sending my very best wishes for all the protests and the extraordinary outpouring of anger that's going on over there. So justified, I think. And if you're not and you are here, let's just not forget that COVID-19 is going on, and a lot of people are really, really struggling at the moment. And this is a song about oppression and difficulty and getting through tough times from people that really understand that, and from a time when that was absolutely rife. So let's use the words of this to inspire us to be better, us to have hope, and us to overcome. See you tomorrow. Same place. It's always the same time. I know that YouTube always tells you it's the wrong time. I don't know why. I've tried to fix it. Good night.